cause I be busting the dope moves. But the problem stay the same. How you riding for the cash when you ain't riding in my lane? Shorty all about a paper, so your mixture look the same. In the game I play the lane like Eddie Kane, cause I be busting the dope moves.
Atheism. How is atheism dead?
That's dead Mike, bro.
See,
I'm telling you.
See, I mean this honestly. Your
That
problem.
is sharp about that. That's gonna trigger anybody.
See,
that ain't atheist.
Your problem is this, and you've done it with other things. It's always a comparison, and you can't get beyond the realm of a comparison with certain shit. You got to see a comparison where atheist is like team we believe one thing, and theist is team we believe something else.
But we do that to the Christians, so we have to do it to the atheists. We do.
But you're missing your point. This is
when you say Christian, you encompassing a lot of different belief systems, bro.
Not really. You just talking about Christians, but you right. You right. It's a lot of different sections of Christians, but that still is the same thing kind of as religion. Just people interpreting the information their own way. One group of people want to throw out the the New Testament. Another group of people only want to follow the New Testament. This third group of people want to pick and choose this from the Old Testament and this from the New Testament and rock with that. That's what those different sections are when you're talking about the Christian groups. That's all they really is. 7-day Adventists. They go to church on Saturday and got a couple other different stipulations to their shit. But all that shit is the same. That's not my point. My point.
That's why we say the atheists is all the same. You see?
But I'm trying to show you why you wrong.
Walk your own self down.
I'm trying to show you why you wrong. The atheist ain't claiming nothing, Paco. Somebody came to an atheist or a person who...
I ain't personally seen a couple atheists who claim Satanism.
And I'm telling you that because...
That's correct right there.
But I'm trying to tell you something. It's the same conversation I was having with you yesterday about the Buddhist atheist. Paco, the two things don't go hand in hand, so yeah, you can be both.
I said that.
That's what I mean, but it's the same thing with a Satanist and an atheist. You connecting Satanism to atheist is not fair because you could be a Buddhist and a Satanist because those two things, Paco, don't contradict each other. The atheist part is only a definition determined by a God belief, nothing else. So yes, you can be a construction worker, a Satanist, a Buddhist, a Zoroastrian, a Christian, a Muslim.
Yeah, but once you cross certain lines, I can't let you claim.
Nah, because you won't look at it from the same scope. When it comes to looking at the opposite side of your side, you flipping the magnifying glass upside down. You creating something that's not there. Atheist is based off of a question, Paco.
It's what?
It's based off of a question. It don't have nothing else. You add in what atheists do. Some atheists believe outside of atheism. Atheism only dictates one aspect of their life, Pac. Whether they believe in God, not if they are Satanists, not if they are rapists, not if they drink blood, not if they kill kids. Paco, that's something different. That has nothing to do with their atheist belief.
Why are you in the same category?
But Paco, I'm trying to show you in retrospect that Christians are too. You got Christian rapists. You got Christian pedophiles. You got Muslim murderers. So my thing is, what I'm trying to show you is when it comes to human beings and bad behavior, it has nothing to do with their God belief. Their God belief is not what shapes that. Something else inside them is what makes them kill people, is what makes them rape, is what makes them attracted to kids. Has nothing to do with their belief of God, whether they believe or they don't. You making these bad things connected to people who don't believe in God. But if we can find people who believe in God that have done the same bad things, Paco, that destroys that logic.
I don't know.
Because it's showing you that obviously it's not about the God belief. The God belief is not stopping anybody or making anybody do these things. The proof is that people who are religious have done these things and people who are not religious or don't believe in God. That's like if a white person who is miseducated says only black people smoke crack. Me and you both know that's not true. But what if she,
Not at all.
but what if she don't know that, Paco? She making an assumption out of ignorance. What you doing is saying that even though some Christians are good, what you doing is this. You saying even though some Christians are good and some Christians are bad, all atheists are bad. You can't make that assumption because look at how some Christians are bad. So badness is not tied to a God belief.
What up, Lord? Uh, Can you agree that in your set, people is out on the out and out about their rapism and the Satanism
No.
and molestation?
No. Because your ideology in this situation is
They
completely
declare
ridiculous.
proud. Like,
No, they don't, Paco. You talking about these people who say, like, you keep confusing people. Anarchists are not atheists. But at the same time, just like some atheists or some Satanists can be atheists, some anarchists can probably be atheists or theists too. Some anarchists believe in God. Other anarchists don't.
is Craig an atheist?
Yes.
Oh, God. No, Craig. No. No.
Craig,
not Nat Turner.
Craig,
Not Nat Turner,
Craig's
dog.
son is an atheist.
I'm done. What? Not Nat Turner, dog. The Christian rebel dude? Oh, no, Craig.
Yeah, but just because he rebelled against, but see what I'm saying? This is what don't make sense. Whether or not Nat Turner is a Christian, fine, whatever. That has nothing to do with why he rebelled. God had no part in his rebellion. He rebelled. Him and his
Yeah, he rebelled.
okay, him and the people he was with rebelled, not God. You cannot link Nat Turner, even if he believed in Christianity. If a
He was
person,
a pastor.
but it doesn't matter. His pastor's not what led him to his freedom. He did. So don't link the two things that are not linked. Paco,
Like the white people
Paco,
do. That's what he did.
Paco, this is what I'm trying to explain to you. I'm not disagreeing with you about him being a pastor or about what he did. I'm not.
That's how he got the people to follow him. You feel me?
Now you're throwing in your own opinion. Now
That's what happened.
Paco, that's your opinion. You don't know that. Those people wanted to be free too. Did they need anything more than that? Did they have to have any more motivation?
They needed Jesus Christ.
Paco, that's your opinion, Paco, because you are religious or you believe in God, whatever.
All right, what if he went there and like, y'all make this dog?
But what I'm saying,
go out here in the street.
But what I'm explaining to you is this: if everybody there was enslaved, then being free is more important than your belief system. We can unify on that alone. We don't have to believe the same thing. So if you have
normally they go hand in hand is all.
No, they don't go hand in hand. And the reason they go hand in hand because somebody was force feeding it down their throat. So don't sit here and make it seem like this was a choice that they chose. They didn't choose that. That was pushed on them. And like I said to you just yesterday, when you were a child, somebody fed it to you. Now they are descendants of slaves here. Just look at the time period in which they revolted. That means that their families have been here for generations. Their families had been here for a few hundred years already. Look at the time of when Nat Turner did what he did. So my point is, for hundreds of years, and if you really do the history, you'll know that the missionaries and the whole God thing pushing the Christianity, that starts in Africa. That's where they pushed it first. So it didn't start, they didn't get the book when they got off the ship. They was handed a book. They had the book before they got on the ship. This is systematic. This is warfare the way they're doing it. They're putting it in the father's hand and his father's hand as well as the son's hand. They're making sure everybody gets some. They making it a part of these people culture. Hold on one second. I don't, because you just Paco, I always told you think small, and you doing it now. You can't accept the fact that good people don't believe in God. That's part of what I said.
Yeah.
Because that's because you stupid. That would be a stupid statement,
But the people you
Paco.
talking about that don't believe in God also
But you don't know who I'm
believe in
talking
God.
about. I'm talking about no, they
Believe in
don't.
God.
No, they don't. Not because you say
They just
so.
don't believe in the shit.
No, they don't
The
believe
shit
in
that you
God,
think
Paco.
everybody gotta
Paco. No,
believe.
no, 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 no. Atheists don't believe in God. It's not about religion with them. Religion is just the means in which I rejected God. Don't put my belief in all atheists' mouth. People
But
come,
that's why I couldn't let you throw Buddhism under the bus. They don't believe in God, but they ain't no damn atheists.
but you admitted yourself a person can be a Buddhist and an atheist. So now you try to backtrack it.
Nah, it's facts. But
It's
for
people
you to
on
say you an atheist Buddhist,
yeah,
that's
that
not real.
the
That's
reason
not
why
real.
it's
That's
real,
not real
the
though.
reason why it's real is because there is no God requirement in Buddhism. Again, here
But as
go.
soon as you say do it thou will, you ain't no damn Buddhist.
Nah,
You lost it.
but that
You
is
lost
not
it.
but that's not a part of being an atheist. Now you adding something else to it. The only thing that's part of being an atheist is when or is when it comes to the belief of God, do you believe? If you don't believe, it doesn't matter why you don't believe. If you never heard of God, you are by default an atheist. If you never heard of God, you are by default an atheist. That don't mean that somebody can come and find you wherever you live in the world and try to claim that your form of spirituality is the same thing they're talking about, because it's not. They can say that, but it's not the same thing. Whatever, you didn't know nothing about a God. You never heard the word. You never seen religion. You think nature. It's people who still live that way to this day. Are they heathens too? Are they blood drinkers too? They worship
They believe
nature.
in God.
No,
Nah,
they
I don't think
don't.
there's some
No,
of them,
but
but not really.
Paco, just cause your
They
personal
believe in like an ancestor
no, they
God, or they
don't.
believe in
No, they
God, bro.
don't. No, they
They
don't.
not atheists,
No, they
bro.
don't.
They not atheists.
Paco, they are atheists because
Nah, they not though.
God is not a part of what they're thankful for or what they believe in. They believe in
Well,
the
you go find me one.
I
Go
can
find
show
me one.
I've sent you these people all over the internet. I sent you Buddhists who say they don't believe in God.
Yeah, but they not atheists. They
Paco,
on
Paco,
Buddha time,
Paco,
bro.
Paco, listen to me, brother. Please ingest the words that I'm saying.
Listen to me.
Paco,
Buddhism is atheist,
Paco,
but atheist, there's no such thing as
exactly.
atheist Buddhist.
That's why atheist is a
Nah,
default
we're not
position.
doing that.
That's why atheist is the default position because there are believers. The people who are believers. Put it like this. This is the best way I can explain it to you by not making it sound smart or not making it sound too drawn out. The best way I can say it is like this. All these people, you putting them under the same umbrella under one word because their religions aren't the same. So they don't technically believe in the same thing. They believe in the same idea. So, what is that idea called? It's called theism. And people who believe in theism are theists. What about the people who don't believe in theism, who never heard of theism?
Not one person see the same God.
You missing the
All right.
point, but you missing the point. You're reading into the small part. The big point there,
Right.
the big point, you're correct. A lot of these
But
people
atheists don't see nothing. Like nothing.
no. Listen to what you're saying. Atheists don't believe that what y'all saying y'all see is literal. We don't believe any story of any God that has been presented. Now you want us, like you're doing, to come up with a concept based around an idea that makes sense. That's all you're trying to do. You're not proving that God exists because you can't. It's beyond your possibility.
And you can't neither.
But I'm
That's
not
the whole
trying
point.
to. I don't have to. All I have to do is say that the people who try. Okay, listen to what you're saying, cuz. Listen to what you're saying. I can't prove it either. You're agreeing that you can't prove it. So the question,
I mean, I
brother,
can see
brother. The question is, if you can't prove it,
You
why?
unsee
So
nature?
question,
You
so
unsee
question.
mathematics? I don't
But
really.
what you're doing is now you're trying to use physical things to define something that's non-physical. We're back to where we were yesterday, Paco. That doesn't make it real because you try that. You do understand that the Earth is here. We agree. We're on it. But that don't mean God made it. That's nonsense. That's a concept that nobody can prove. Therefore, nobody should claim it's true.
But people have different meanings
Paco,
on
did you
what
hear
they
what I
believe
said?
God
I'm
to
not
be.
talking. No, but now you're fucking up because
No, I'm
when you
not.
say people have different meanings, what you're
Like my personal one is we are a cell in God's body.
yeah,
That's my personal one.
okay, fine. I did that too. We both agree. You have motherfuckers have personal ideologies that they created. We agree there. But the question is, can they demonstrate their ideologies when it comes to God? No. So if anybody hear this tape and hear what he just said his ideology is, if you believe that, okay. But he just said he can't prove it. So that means you can't prove his ideology. If we can't prove his ideology, then
but
why?
debate-wise, I'm going to clean the floor with every one of y'all.
You missing the point, though. The point is, if we can't prove it or demonstrate it, then what is the good reason for believing it? And that applies to anything you can think of, not just God. If we can't, that's like somebody saying, Brock.
Because the unruly cells on this cell is not smelling that, dog.
Yeah, but
the unruly cells on this cell ain't smelling that.
Okay, so
that's what I try to warn you, like Paul Revere.
So what I want
to try to warn you.
So what I want to do is I want to point out something. I want to point out that the sun and the planets are not made of cells. The sun and the planet are not made up of cells. I'll say it again.
Okay, well, we lost you done. Damn, you body slammed yourself.
Show me where I'm wrong. Show me where I'm wrong.
He body slammed himself. Damn, yo.
Show me where I'm wrong.
You alright, bro? You done fucked yourself up, bro. Hit your damn head.
See, y'all, I'm not a dummy. My mom ain't raised no fools.
The whole sun is big fucking, is a mass of fucking cells,
No, it's not.
Oh my God.
No, it's not. It's a ball
What's in particles?
It's a ball of burning gas. It's not a ball of cells. Gas doesn't have cells, Paco.
Oh my
See, sometimes you gotta teach ignorant people, y'all.
God.
Sometimes
back to basic school with the man.
Let's go.
Gas is fucking cells.
No, it's not.
No.
No, it's not. Gas is not cells. Paco, let's bet $200 on it right now. I got it. I'm recording. Let's bet $200 on that right now. That gas is cells. That the sun is made up of cells. See, y'all, he don't know what the fuck he be talking about.
Let's go. Why you want to owe me $200?
No. All right, it's a bet. Because I'm coming to get my money this weekend. It's a bet. Is it a bet?
For sure.
Okay. Now let's look it up. Let's look it up. The man said gas is cells, y'all.
I said the sun is cells, gas is cells.
He said now
H2O, motherfucking hydrogen.
So Paco, H2O. Paco, H2O is cells.
Oh my God.
Paco, H2O is cells.
Yes, brother.
Incorrect.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Damn it. Back to 5th grade science class with you, though. Okay. Not even, nothing middle school, nothing high school at this point. Back to, is it elementary? Or do we got to go preschool? All right, elementary. Elementary science with you, 1st grade. Oh my God. Damn. I don't even want your money, man. When niggas is nuts, you just let them be nuts. I don't even want your money, bro.
So, you're wrong.
Man.
Gas is not cells.
Man.
You're absolutely wrong.
I'm not wrong whatsoever.
You're 100% wrong.
Nah, I'm not.
So, again, now I'll show it to you again. I'll help you out with this article. This article explains exactly what we're talking about. So, it says that large flows of material that circulate heat from around the sun's interior to its surface, theorized that since the late 1960s, but never seen directly, have been finally spotted. Researchers have long known of smaller flows called granules. This is what he's talking about, y'all, which last a few minutes and are typically about 1,000 kilometers across, and super granules, which last about 1 day and are usually 30,000 kilometers across. The new swirls, which roll in the outermost 30% of the sun's interior, are several hundreds of thousands of kilometers across. What the fuck? Y'all keep calling me. Nah, they calling me. Somebody calling my phone. I can't see the screen. Come on, I gotta wait for her to stop calling to read it. But like I told you, basically it's gonna tell you the sun is gas. Now,
I mean, it sells,
now what
bro.
he talking about? All right,
The sun sells, bro.
now listen. What they talking about is a cell in the sun. So what I'm trying to explain to y'all, if the sun was made up of cells, then how come they only spotted the cells that they describing? The sun is not made up
Because
of
everything
cells.
is cells, brother.
No, Paco, is gas living?
When you pass gas, nigga,
No, no,
it's
no, no,
cells
no, no,
coming out of
no,
there,
no,
my
it's
nigga.
not. It's just gas. Paco is gas. Paco, cell is for living things. Gas is not alive, Paco.
All those particles
No,
got cells
Paco,
in
I
them.
want to show you something. Everything you talking
Particles
about.
have cells.
No, no, no. Everything you talking about. Like, all right, so what is a single cell organism, Paco?
I already told you what about the amoebas and all
No,
that. This is
but
all my smoke.
my point is how many cells do a single cell organism have?
How many cells do a single cell? I mean, you just said it.
Okay, so we understand that cells are not the basis of all organisms.
It is.
No, it's not, Paco. Listen to what I'm saying to you. You saying you're not understanding what you're saying. What I'm explaining to you is that cells are the basis of living things. You do understand that, and when we describe living, it's
Nah, I don't.
you don't understand that.
Mm-mm.
So, all right, let's do it like this. Do rocks have cells?
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
So dirt has cells?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Typical
so
grunt.
when you look up, you know what? This is funny. This is a very obviously it's a very looked up question, I guess. They got a lot of different shit here on do rocks have cells. So the first thing that pops up, it says, first of all, you have to understand that a rock is a non-living, but a cell is a living, which is very obvious. Do we need to go any further, y'all? So things that are not alive don't have cells. I'll say it again, y'all. Things that are not alive do not have cells. Cells is
I don't believe that.
Moreover, in the rocks, the soil particles cluster together form the rock and has soil particles only. First of all, you have to understand that a rock is non-living, but a cell is living, which is very obvious. Well, let me get to something more scientific. It seems like that person might be talking shit. Like they might be trying to. Okay, here's another one. Futurism. Rocks do not reproduce. They do not die. Have you ever asked yourself what is it actually makes us alive? What is it in us that makes us so different from the unliving? What differentiates? Come on, just talk about rocks, please. They are not okay because they have a simple structure. Only have one nucleic acid and are not able to move actively by themselves. They do not grow or have an active metabolism, but at the same time, they are also considered to be living organisms. What is he talking about? He ain't talking about rocks. Oh, viruses. Okay, I can understand that argument. Viruses are living organisms, but some people say they're not because they don't have full cells. Some of them.
Viruses are typically man-made, though, so.
No, there are natural viruses too.
I would say so.
Yeah, they got both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now what else did you say? Now I gotta learn this one. This is a good one. You said hydrogen has cells? You've been
Mm-hmm.
wrong about everyone so far.
How you doing?
Does hydrogen
I
have
should be able to.
cells?
You need some light? Okay.
Because it's Paco, I'm gonna give him this one. Wait, maybe I can't. Oh no, I can't. I don't think I tried to, but they pushing me towards fuel cells. So when you look up, do hydrogen have cells? The whole first page, the only thing they talk about is fuel cells. So I would guess that he's wrong on that one too.
Who, me?
Hold on. No, they don't. Yeah, so you owe me $200. Unless you can prove to me that hydrogen, the sun, or rocks have cells.
You just said fuel cells.
Well, fuel cell is a fuel cell is electrochemical cell that converts the chemical energy of a fuel, often
nonetheless, brother. Nonetheless, bro. Nonetheless.
Paco.
Nonetheless, man.
Paco. All right, let me help you out here. Let
Let
me help you out. And I want my money too, because you're talking spicy. The first fuel cells were invented by Sir William Grove. It's a technology, Paco. It's not an actual cell. That's why I said, y'all, I was gonna bail him out, because it's him. He's dumb enough to read fuel cell and think they're talking about the same cells that are in living organisms without reading it. Now, I was going to cut him a break because y'all heard me say I should give it to him because that's him. I could understand why he would say that, because he probably didn't read it. He probably skimmed over it. Saw fuel cell. Well, a fuel cell is a technology. It's like in your car, in your motorcycle, in your boat, in your airplane, in your ATV. Fuel cells are man-made. So no, hydrogen is used with fuel cells to make your car move. It turns it into fuel. So electromagnetic, it takes something that is not there and morphs the hydrogen into fuel. Like I said, if you can come up with it the opposite way, I'm just saying, that's what I'll be saying. You don't be knowing what you be talking about. Nah, cells. See, this is the problem, people. I'm about to bust it down for y'all. The problem, y'all read that damn Bible, people, not him. Just people in general. And for us black folks in America, that shit was forced on us, even as kids. By that time, our parents was doing the slave master's job for him. They was taking us to church. It was the right thing to do. All the respectable people went, and they put on their nicest clothes when they went. This is the way we were raised, y'all. To this day, people dress sharper for a funeral than they dress for work, because they know where they're going. But the point is this. You read the Bible and you believe that, like, all these things that you don't know about the universe somehow is connected to you, because God is connected to you according to some of these books. But I said this before, if God did create you, it's like your parents being able to kick you out the house at 18. Well, that's a legal thing. In the real world, we know that animals kick their children out at different ages, depending on the animal. And sometimes when we watching the videos on TV on Animal Planet and shit, we think it's kind of messed up because that looked like a baby that she's sending out there into the world. So what I'm trying to show you is, in retrospect, the person who creates you don't have to raise you. And if they do, they only have to raise you so much. So the person who created a way for everything to live in your ideology of a God belief, why do he have to watch over you or talk to you or give you laws and commandments?
That's not true, because scientists don't believe that whatsoever.
Yeah, but listen, y'all, truth is not based off of just what scientists believe. And again,
I share that. So
my point is this, y'all, that it's just not, it don't work like that. Scientists, he's speaking for all scientists now. When some scientists is going to agree with my statement and some is going to disagree.
It's like, I don't say, oh, that's your stuff. I don't do that.
So how can you make the statement that I'm wrong because scientists don't agree?
I ain't say all.
You just said I'm wrong because scientists don't agree. It don't matter if you said some or all. How can you make that statement if you're not talking about a majority?
Mine's still relevant, some.
How?
Most.
But how can you say most but you won't say all? How can you sway the vote your way percentage wise, but you won't just go the whole 9 and say, oh, because you're trying to, again, manipulate the conversation. You're trying to be.
They haven't seen it for you at this point.